Hello friends, welcome back to my channel Maske Sir. So friends, in today's video we are going to see warming up activities, English workshop and activities from language study section of the story The Fall of Troy of 9th standard. So let's get started. So before I start the video, I request you to watch this entire video till the end. Because of so many activities, the video is going to be a little long. So I hope you will watch this video until the end. So let's get started. Begin with warming up activities. Chit chat. Question 1. Do you know stories from any epics or mythological poems? Answer. Yes, I know some stories from any epics or mythological poems. So this is chit chat, so you are free to write your own responses. Who is your favorite mythological character? Hercules is my favorite mythological character. What do you like about that character? He was very brave, courageous. Who is your favorite warrior? My favorite warrior is Hercules. If you could visit a place in the ancient world or the mythological world, which place would you choose? Which event would you like to see? Answer. If I could visit a place in the ancient world or the mythological world, I would like to choose the place where Hercules went to take the golden apple, and I would like to see the incident where Hercules fought with the demons. Margin questions. Question 1. How did the location of Troy help it to grow into a very rich, prosperous city? Answer. The city was well situated for commerce and agriculture. Their ships sailed and goods and grains over the sea in front of the city. Many rivers and streams flowed from Mount Ida. Well-watered and fertile valleys among the hills grew corn in fertile fields. Cattle were fed on the rich grass of the meadows. How were the Trojans protected during wartime? युद्धाच्या काळामध्ये ट्रोजन्स लोकांचं कशा प्रकारे संरक्षण केलं जायचं? The Trojans had built a strong wall around their city to prevent the enemy attack from the sea. The great gates of the wall were kept closed in the time of war. They were safe from all attacks by the walls surrounding the city as well as the hills behind the city. What was the cause of 10-year-old war between the Greeks and Trojans? हे ग्रीक आणि ट्रोजन्स लोकांमध्ये जे 10 वर्ष युद्ध चाललं त्याचं काय कारण होतं? तर पॅरिस द प्रिन्स ऑफ ट्रॉय had persuaded Helen, wife of Greek king Menelaus, to elope with him. Paris brought her to Troy, so the Greeks wanted to take revenge on Troy for the wrong done to their king. So the siege continued for 10 longer years. However, who were the brave heroes on either side who were killed in the war? Hector, Achilles, and Paris were the heroes of the both sides killed in the war. How did Odysseus plan to defeat the Trojans? की ओडिसियसने ट्रोजन्सला पराभूत करण्यासाठी एक कोणता प्लॅन म्हणजे कोणती एक युक्ती लढवली? Odysseus advised his men to build a great wooden horse big enough to hold men inside the horse and let some of their best fighters hide inside the horse. Then let them burn their tents and pretend to sail away in their ships. But instead of sailing away, they would return in the night. When the Trojans were asleep, they would attack the city and burn, kill, and defeat the Trojans. What was the reason for Troy to rejoice and celebrate? The Trojans woke up and came out for fighting as usual. They were delighted and surprised what they saw on the seashore outside the walls. The tents of the Greeks were burnt, the shore was deserted, so they thought that the long seas was at last over. They were sure that the Greeks had gone. They were glad to be free to go where they pleased. That was the reason for the Trojans to rejoice and celebrate. Was it enough to use the wooden horse to hide? No, it was not enough to use it for hiding some soldiers. What was done to make the Trojans take it inside the city? म्हणजे घोडा आत घेण्यासाठी ट्रोजन्स लोकांनी तो घोडा आत घेण्यासाठी ग्रीक्स लोकांनी काय युक्ती केली, काय कल्पना लढवली? The Greeks wanted to enter to the city with their army. Unless the walls around the city were broken down, they would not have got the opportunity to enter into the city. That's why they made the horse very large and lured the Trojans to take it inside the city by breaking the walls. Was the big wooden horse really an offering to the god of the sea? खरोखरच जो लाकडी घोडा जो होता तो एक म्हणजे त्या समुद्र देवतेला खुश करण्यासाठी खरोखरच एक ऑफरिंग होती का? तर असं काही नव्हतं. नो, द बिग वुडन हॉर्स रिअली वॉज नॉट अन ऑफरिंग टू द गॉड ऑफ द सी. इट वॉज अ फॉल्स टेल of the Greek who was found under the big horse by the Trojans. How did the cunning Greek explain the presence of such a large wooden horse? Answer. The cunning Greeks explained to the Trojans that the Greeks were tired of the long war and had sailed away in their ships. They were afraid of the long voyage home, and so they made a large horse and left that as an offering to the god of the sea. What a reckless, thoughtless step did the Trojans take. कोणती म्हणजे अविचारी कृती या ट्रोजन्स लोकांनी केली. By thinking that the horse would bring them the good luck, the Trojans broke down a part of their strong wall in order to drag the horse inside the city. That thoughtless action was taken by the Trojans that ruined the city. How did the Greek ships remain hidden from Troy? कशा प्रकारे ट्रॉयपासून ते लपून राहिले ग्रीक लोकांचे जे जहाज आहेत ते? The Greek ships had not sailed far from Troy. As soon as they were hidden by an island, they had lowered their sails. They dropped their anchor and waited behind the island for the night. The Trojans could not see them in the darkness. What did the Greek soldiers hidden in the wooden horse do after nightfall? रात्र पडल्यानंतर त्या घोड्याच्या आत जे काही ग्रेट हिरोज होते ग्रीक साईडचे त्यांनी काय केलं? As soon as the Greeks hidden in the horse got the signal from the Greek waiting for the return of the field, they opened the side of the horse, climbed out, and opened the gates of the city. What distressing sounds and sights could be witnessed at Troy that fateful night? Troy was filled with the sights of leaping flames of the fire and the sounds of shouting and noises of weapons and the cries of weeping women. What was the destiny of the royal family of Troy and that of Helen? Old King Priam was killed with all his brave sons. Hector's wife, his mother and sister were carried off to Greece as slaves by the Greeks. King Menelaus found Helen in her palace. Menelaus forgave her and she went back with him to Greece. Nothing was left of the proud, rich city of Troy. So, activities from English workshop. Find antonyms of the following from the passage. आपल्याला याचे विरुद्धार्थी शब्द लिहायचे. Barren, fertile. Offended, pleased. Cowardly, brave. Peace, war. Surrender, attack. Exposed, closed. Defenseless, safe. Correct the following sentences using facts from the passage. Facts वाचतो. Troy traded in cattle and grass with other cities. Answer. Troy traded in goods and grass. During war, Trojans jumped over the fort gates and their soldiers to fight the enemy. During war, Trojans would close the gates of the forts. म्हणजे युद्धाच्या काळामध्ये ती जी मोठी भव्यदिव्य अशी प्रवेशद्वार होती ते नेहमी कायमची बंद असायची. Helen escaped with Menelaus. Helen eloped with Paris, a prince of Troy. The Greek armies and heroes always defeated the Trojans. Sometimes the Greeks defeated the Trojans and sometimes the Trojans defeated the Greeks. Both the enemies were eager to continue fighting? No, both the enemies were tired of the war. The Trojans of being shut in their city and the Greeks of living away from home. What was attacked? Troy was attacked because it was a strong, rich city? No, it was not true. Troy was attacked because the Greeks wanted to take revenge on Troy for the wrong done to their king Menelaus. State the counter action for the following actions. म्हणजे एक क्रिया केली आणि त्यावर प्रतिक्रिया काय घडली ते आपल्याला या ठिकाणी सांगायचे. हेलन इलोप्ड विथ पॅरिस. की हेलनला पॅरिसने फूस लावून ट्रॉयला पळवून आणलं. मग ही झाली क्रिया. मग यावर काय प्रतिक्रिया झाली तर काउंटर ॲक्शन काय मग याची. द ग्रीक्स वॉन्टेड टू टेक रिव्हेंज ऑन ट्रॉय फॉर द रॉंग डन टू देअर किंग मेनिलॉस. सो दे सेल्ड देअर शिप्स अँड लेड द सीज टू द सिटी ऑफ ट्रॉय. त्यांनी बदला घेण्याचं ठरवलं. त्यांच्या राजाच्या बाबतीत जे काही चुकीची गोष्ट याने पॅरिसने केलेली होती म्हणूनच ते आपले जहाज आपले सैनिक घेऊन ट्रॉयकडे निघाले आणि त्यांनी ट्रॉय या शहराला वेढा घातला. The Greeks sailed to Troy and attacked it. Counter action. The Trojans fought hard and the siege continued for 10 longer years. Hector was killed by Achilles. Counter action. Achilles himself was killed later on a poisoned arrow that entered his heel, the only part of his body where he could be wounded. The siege continued for 10 long years. Counteraction. The Trojans were tired of being shut up in their city and the Greeks deeply desired to see their homes again. The fighting went on daily. Counteraction. Even then the siege did not end. The Greeks could not take the city. On the other hand, the Trojans could not force them to sail away back to Greece. Now find and write the Greek and Trojans names used in the story. Part 1 and Part 2. ट्रोजन्स आणि ग्रीक लोकांची जी काही नावे याच्यामध्ये उल्लेखलेली आहेत त्यांची नावे तुम्ही लिहायची. Greek names: Menelaus, Helen, Achilles, Odysseus, Agamemnon, Aphrodite. Trojans: Paris, Hector, and King Priam. List all the words related to war from the both parts of the story. War या शब्दाशी war म्हणजे युद्धाशी संबंधित. Enemy, attack, fortress, ships, protect, defend, brave, soldiers, heroes, kings, countries, revenge, siege, fighting, battles, killings, arrows, victory, engineer, peace, terror, death, and conquers. Note the following constructions carefully and then use them to express your ideas. A horse big enough to hold men inside it. आता वर जे काही शब्द अधोरेखित आहे तुम्हाला ते तुमच्या पाठ्यपुस्तकात मिळून जातील. तेच आपल्याला आपण वाक्य पुन्हा लिहायचे बघा. द बिल्डिंग इज बिग इनफ टू होल्ड सो मेनी पीपल. द ग्रीक्स वेर टायर्ड ऑफ द लॉंग वॉर. The students were tired of the long practice session. They are afraid of the long voyage home too. We are afraid of going inside the building. They made it too big to go inside your city. He was too big to enter inside the pipe. They were so excited that they paid no attention to his words. He was so ill that he could not attend the meeting. Put the following events in order in which they took place. Number them accordingly. तर आपल्याला या ठिकाणी काय करायचं आहे की जे वाक्य स्टोरीमध्ये जे असे घडलेली आहे घडलेल्या क्रमानुसार आपल्याला सेट करायची आहे. नेक्स्ट नंबर 1. The cunning Odysseus thought of a plan. The Greeks built a big wooden horse. The great heroes hid inside the horse. The Greeks burned their tents and sailed away. The Trojans were happy to see the Greek ships go. The Trojans found a Greek man under the big wooden horse. The priest warned the Trojans not to break the wall. They broke down part of the horse and brought the horse in. The Trojans slept soundly. The Greeks came out of the horse and opened the gates. The Greek army entered the city, and the Troy was burnt down. From pairs, imagine you are a pair of Trojans and you have come to know about Odysseus' plan. Make a counter plan to defeat the Greeks. Write down your plan as you explain it to your fellow Trojans. तुम्ही कल्पना करा की तुम्ही जे ट्रोजन्सचे असे व्यक्ती आहात एक सदस्य आहात की तुम्हाला ओडिसीसचा प्लॅन माहिती झालेला आहे. मग त्यावर तुम्हाला एक काउंटर प्लॅन तयार करायचा आणि तो तुमच्या मित्राला समजावून सांगायचा आहे असं इमॅजिन करून. ॲज वी ऑल वेअर ऑब्झर्विंग द वुडन हॉर्स with a great surprise, I heard some movements inside the horse. I understand that it is not just a wooden horse. It may be a trick of the Greeks to attack our city at night. Their great heroes must be inside the horse and their army have not sailed far away. They must be somewhere near our city in one of the nearest islands and will definitely return at night when they will get signal from the Greeks inside the horse. Friends, they will not get the ropes and tie the ropes tightly around the hole of the horse so that no one will come out of the horse. Give the signal to the Greeks. We shall arrange something to close our city gates and take this opportunity to lift the siege. We shall tell them to lift the siege and surrender us. Also tell them that their great heroes are in our custody. लँग्वेज स्टडी ॲक्टिव्हिटीज. अंडरलाईन द सब्जेक्ट इन द फॉलोइंग सेंटेन्सेस. तर या ठिकाणी करते ऑलरेडी अंडरलाईन केलेली आहेत. पॅरिस, द ग्रीक्स आर्मीज, द ट्रोजन्स, द फायटिंग. Here we see that the ing form of a verb fight is used as a subject in the fighting went on. It does the work of a noun. When the ing form of verb is used as a noun, it is known as a gerund or a verbal noun. हे आपण अगोदरच्या एका वाक्यामध्ये पाहिलं की द फायटिंग वेंट ऑन. सो ॲक्च्युली फाईट हे वर्ब आहे आणि त्याला आयएनजी प्रत्यय लावून त्याचा वापर या वाक्यामध्ये आपण काय केलेला आहे एखाद्या कर्त्यासारखा केलेला आहे, एखाद्या नामासारखा केलेला आहे आणि त्या वाक्यामध्ये ते नामाचंच कार्य करते. म्हणून जेव्हा एखाद्या क्रियापदाचं आयएनजी फॉर्म एखादं नाम म्हणून जेव्हा एखाद्या वाक्यामध्ये त्याचा वापर केलेला असतो तेव्हा त्याला आपण जेरंड किंवा व्हर्बल नाऊन असं म्हणतो. जेरंड म्हणजे आपण त्याला मराठीतून कृदंत असं म्हणतो आणि व्हर्बल नाऊन म्हणजे धातुसाधित नाम. मग धातुसाधित नाम किंवा व्हर्बल नाऊन म्हणजे ही कन्सेप्ट काय, एखाद्या क्रियापदाचं आयएनजी लावून तयार झालेले जे रूप आहे ते रूप जेव्हा एखाद्या वाक्यामध्ये कर्त्याचं किंवा नामाचं कार्य करते तेव्हा त्याला आपण जेरंड फॉर्म असं म्हणतो. So read the following examples of gerunds. Gardening is an art. Cooking is a science. I enjoy reading poems. I like reading more than writing. अ फ्रेज इज अ मिनिंगफुल ग्रुप्स ऑफ वर्ड्स. रीड द फॉलोइंग फ्रेजेस. फ्रेज काय असतो? अर्थपूर्ण शब्दांचा एक गट असतो. द वाईस ओडिसियस, अ ग्रेट हॉर्स ऑफ वुड, अ स्किलफुल इंजिनियर, द ग्रेटेस्ट heroes, the secret of opening and shutting the entrance, on the seashore outside the walls, in the darkness, watching for the return of the fleet, part of their strong wall. All the above phrases are parts of sentence. They do not form a complete sentence by themselves. A sentence expresses a complete idea. You know that it has a subject and a predicate. A sentence has at least one finite verb in it. तर तुम्ही पाहू शकता ऑल द अबोव फ्रेजेस आर पार्ट ऑफ. जे काही फ्रेजेस आहेत ते वाक्याचा भाग आहेत. दे डू नॉट फॉर्म अ कम्प्लीट सेंटेन्स बाय देम. त्यांना स्वतः एखाद्या वाक्याचा अर्थ पूर्ण करू शकत नाही. म्हणजेच सेंटेन्स एक्सप्रेस अ कंप्लीट आयडिया. एखाद्या वाक्यातून एक पूर्ण कल्पना मांडलेली असते आणि त्या वाक्यामध्ये एक सब्जेक्ट असते आणि एक प्रेडिकेट असते. सो सेंटेन्स हॅज ॲटलिस्ट वन फायनाइट, एक मुख्य किंवा प्रिन्सिपल वर्ब त्यामध्ये असते. सो रीड द फॉलोइंग सेंटेन्सेस. द टेंट्स हॅड बीन बर्ड, द शोर वॉज डेझर्टेड, द ग्रीक शिप्स हॅड ऑल गॉन. या ठिकाणी सब्जेक्ट आहे आणि हे वर्ब आहे. पुन्हा द शोर सब्जेक्ट वॉज वर्ब, द ग्रीक शिप सब्जेक्ट हॅड ऑल गॉन वर्ब. म्हणजे एक कम्प्लीट सेंटेन्स होण्यासाठी त्यामध्ये ॲटलिस्ट एक सब्जेक्ट असलं पाहिजे, एक फायनाइट किंवा एक प्रिन्सिपल किंवा एक मेन वर्ब असलं पाहिजे. When we read the story The Fall of Troy, we see that here as elsewhere many sentences express two or more complete ideas linked together. बघा या ठिकाणी तुम्ही पाहू शकता. When the Trojans dragged him out, the man pretended to be frightened of them. They wanted also to kill me and offer me as a sacrifice to the sea god, but I escaped and hid from them. तर ह्या ठिकाणी पाहू शकता तुम्ही ऑल दीज सेंटेन्सेस कन्सिस्ट ऑफ क्लॉज. या प्रत्येक सेंटेन्सेस मध्ये एक क्लॉज आहे, एक उपवाक्य आहे. अ क्लॉज इज अ सब्जेक्ट अँड अ वर्ब. आणि क्लॉज मध्ये एक सब्जेक्ट असतं आणि एक वर्ब असते. सम क्लॉजेस स्टँड बाय देमसेल्फ ॲज अ कम्प्लीट सेंटेन्स. तर काही क्लॉज स्वतः एक पूर्ण वाक्य म्हणून स्वतःचा अर्थ पूर्ण करतात. Example: the man pretended to be frightened of them. या ठिकाणी जर तुम्ही पाहिलं, so the man is a subject, pretended is a verb, and it is a meaningful sentence. But some clauses do not make complete sense by themselves. पण काही क्लॉजेस असे असतात की ज्यांना स्वतःचा अर्थ नसतो. when the Trojans dragged him out, की जेव्हा ट्रोजन्स लोकांनी त्याला आत खेचलं, म्हणजे नेमकं काय झालं. आपल्याला या विधानाहून कसल्याही प्रकारचा पूर्ण अर्थ व्यतीत होत नाही. सो इट इज ओनली वेन वी रीड द एंटायर सेंटेन्स दॅट वी अंडरस्टँड व्हॉट इज बीइंग सेड. आणि जेव्हा आपण पूर्ण सेंटेन्स जेव्हा वाचू, पूर्ण वाक्य जेव्हा रीड करू, तेव्हाच आपल्याला कळेल की त्याचा नेमका अर्थ आपल्याला प्रतीत होईल. पण आपल्याला पूर्ण अर्थ एखाद्या क्लॉजून होणार नाही. Thus we have seen that a clause is a part of sentence and there are two types of clause. अशाच प्रकारे क्लॉज ही वाक्याचा एक भाग आहे आणि अशाच क्लॉजचे आपल्याकडे दोन प्रकार आहेत. पहिला आहे मेन क्लॉज, म्हणजे मुख्य उपवाक्य. इट कॅन स्टँड बाय इटसेल्फ, ज्याला स्वतःचा अर्थ स्वतः व्यक्त करता येतो. सबऑर्डिनेट और डिपेंडेंट क्लॉज, ज्याच्या नावाचंच डिपेंडंट आहे या ठिकाणी तुम्ही पाहू शकता, म्हणजे तो परावलंबी आहे, किंवा ज्याला आपण सबऑर्डिनेट क्लॉज म्हणतो, गौण उपवाक्य. इट डिपेंड्स ऑन द मेन क्लॉज अँड इज इनकम्प्लीट विदाउट इट. हा या मेन क्लॉजवर डिपेंड असतो आणि एक इट इज इनकम्प्लीट विदाउट इट, आणि तो मेन क्लॉज शिवाय तो स्वतः एक पूर्ण असू शकत नाही, तो इनकम्प्लीट असतो. नोट दॅट अ सेंटेन्स कॅन हॅव टू और मोर मेन क्लॉजेस or a main clause and one or more dependent clause, but we cannot have a sentence without a main clause. तर लक्षात घेतली पाहिजे आपण की एखाद्या वाक्यामध्ये एक किंवा एकापेक्षा जास्त मेन क्लॉजेस असतात, एखादा डिपेंड क्लॉज असतो, पण असं एकही वाक्य आपल्याला पाहायला मिळणार नाही इंग्रजीमध्ये की ज्याच्यामध्ये ॲटलिस्ट एक मेन क्लॉज नाही. असं एकही वाक्य आपल्याला पाहता येणार नाही, कारण क्लॉज एखाद्या तरी मेन क्लॉज शिवाय कोणत्या वाक्याला अर्थ पूर्ण होत नाही. So friends, if you want to learn more about clause, So there are so many videos of clause that tells you great details of this topic. So you can search on this channel for more information. So thank you very much for watching this video till the end.